Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. And yes, I did have a conversation with I'm going to assume a trans activist, or at least a trans person, or maybe a person that's on the side of trans, not entirely sure, that was arguing about like the whole trans situation and all that great stuff. Well, it seems that they're in for another route. Hopefully they come back to my channel and they get to see more, because again, this is something that is going around across of America and what their actual bigotry is doing. This is going beyond of just allowing or taking children away, which this person did kind of rightfully defended them for taking away their child for religious reasons, because, you know, being religious is a problem. Now, I have no problem with parents or whatever putting religion into place. Well, that's like saying, well, forcing a child to eat vegetarian, even though it's not necessarily good for them. Again, there are gray areas, and one of these gray areas is not where we allow to permanently maim our children. So, without further ado, here we have it. We have this here. Libs of TikTok exposes trans activist group giving breast binders to 13-year-old girl without parental consent. In a recorded call to trans activist organization, Trans Youth Equality Foundation, TYEF, the director of the organization offered to send Libs of TikTok, who was posing as a 13-year-old girl, chest binders without parental permission. The call with the TYEF director, Susan Mash, was posted by Libs of TikTok on X. And what we're going to do, guys, is that we're going to go after this, and I'm going to actually sit this here with you guys about the whole situation. Libs of TikTok goes and says here, breaking, LGBTQ youth advocacy organization Thai official offers to secretly send 13-year-old a chest binder behind her parents' backs. We posed as a teen girl, and they encourage her to choose another family, get a job to pay for sex change surgery, and bash her Trump supporters as brainwashed. This is grooming 101. Cut out the parents, isolate the child, and coax the kid into turning against their parents. How many kids has this organization already harmed? Don't know. Probably a lot. A whole bunch of people, actually. But without further ado, we're going to get exactly on what's going on here. It says here on the front of the screen, for people that are just listening, it says, we call the Trans Youth Equality Foundation posing as a 13-year-old girl, asking about how to receive gender-affirming care without parental consent.
Hello, Susan Mash.
Hi, do you guys offer gender-affirming care for youth?
We offer support or resources to find gender-affirming care. We're not a clinic. And so we do our best to, help parents navigate a little. What state are you in?
I live in Tennessee.
Oh, yes, far. So for your child would have to go out of state, correct?
Well, I'm actually the child. I'm 13.
Oh, hi. Your voice sounded like a parent's voice.
This goes on to say, Susan explains how a child can emancipate from their parents at 16 years old to pursue gender care.
Have you talked to your parents about going out of state to get care?
Well, my parents are very transphobic, and are not, they're very right-leaning, and they do not, support my transition or even me identifying, with he, him pronouns.
I know it doesn't probably help to hear this, but, once you're 18, you'll be able to do whatever you want. Sometimes kids decide by the time they're 16-ish to get emancipated, as they say.
Now, here's the thing that I have to address this. Now, the one thing is that it's not actually 18. The problem is that a lot of these people they go after kids much younger, kids that have some type of actual deformity or a mental health issue or something bad's going in their life. That's who they target. And this is Susan Match, the person that you see here on the actual screen. So be as it will, you can also see in my thumbnail that this is the person that they is. Now, I'm not trying to take away from this TikTok work, but I do want to report on this as well because more people need to talk about this insanity.
to, say, get a little job and be on their own, which probably sounds terrible and hard, but it could happen, and it does for some. And when they're on their own and they're emancipated, they can make their own decisions about what medical treatment they want.
As here, when addressing transphobic parents, Susan calls religious people and Trump supporters brainwashed.
I have a question. How do you deal with transphobic parents?
Of course, we do hear about parents that will get crazy and get like abusive, and then kick them out or put them on the street or abandon them or beat them up, or you know what I mean. But there are parents, you'd be surprised. There are parents who say absolutely no way, blah blah, this is dumb, this is unhealthy, and it depends on how right-wing leaning they are, it depends on how religious they are, that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe in a long time, but right now they're very far right.
Right, like Trumpsters, you mean?
Yeah,
very. And how a lot of people say, and there's been studies about it, and some of these people are really brainwashed. It's like brainwashing techniques. They just will repeat anything that's said, and it's a sad state of affairs.
Now, that is hilarious, because it's actually the far left that does this. Now, obviously, when I was having a discussion with this far left person back on my YouTube channel, which you could probably see here, this person here goes and says exactly what they all say. That they go on to say that do you want a trans kid or do you want a dead kid? And that is what they all say. This is what these lunatics say all the time to try to put fear into parents. Now, remember when we went back into our documentaries and other things that I showed on this channel and on my what do you call it? My Rumble account. You get to see that the people have used this before to scare parents as a scare tactic and force parents to put into this hole. And most parents care about their child. They don't really want to go with the whole trans type stuff, but they want to do for best for their child, and the parents don't know anything about this. They're going in blind. And this is how the far left go after these people and try to ruin their kids' lives. If so far as going is taking them away from them. And I don't know about the whole Trumpsters, because that sounds like more of like an issue to me. That I don't know. Most people are not like most people that I know that are anywhere near this are just normal people. I know quite a few friends, obviously not going to name them, that would not be okay with this, and they're not Trumpsters, they're not political by any means, and they all think this stuff is asinine. So it's not has to be do with Trumpsters here. It has to do with the broad spectrum of majority of the populace, which they're trying to put down to others that it's just not the reality. Now, what we have here is that Susan encourages this child to lie to her parents about her choice of college and that she'll get a new chosen family.
Do you think your parents expect you to go to college one day?
Definitely. They definitely want me to go to college.
Because if you could be brave and get yourself to think about a college, it's not, where the rights are. They don't have to know that's why you're going. Just like, you can be like, I want to go to Boston so bad. There's so many colleges there. You can make reasons that you want to be in these other places. Because, right, a lot of people leave their state. And you'll find I'm sure you've heard the expression chosen family. You'll find your chosen family, that one day that will be like friends that accept you, become more like your family,
And then offers to send a chest binder to a child while encouraging her to keep it a secret from her parents.
I'm just starting. I've been identifying with he, him pronouns for a while, but I'm 13, so I like you said, I have 5 years till I can be on my own and make my own decisions. But I would like to start off with a binder. So, are there any resources that you guys have for me to get a binder?
Well, we do have binders. So I could definitely send you some. I just would need to know where to send it, because sometimes if you're really young, a parent sees a box come in there like, what the heck is this? Why are you getting a box? What'd you order? And then they kind of take it away when they find out what it is. But some people mail it to a friend's house, but then are their parents going to be good about it? Or a relative's house? But if you can think of a way that you would be able to get it, we would definitely send you some.
So yeah, that is what Trans Youth Equality here is doing here, people. This is what they're doing. This is the evil tree that these people are doing, and they obviously don't get a lot of people watching or viewing their stuff, because it's the outreach or the likability of these people is very, very low, and that's just the reality. But this is what these type of people are doing. They're going nefarious ways, going behind your parents' back to do it. And this is what I'm also doing for parents as well. I'm trying to let parents know and be aware of what's happening to your children, and you need to be keeping more of an eye onto your children of what's going on. Because these people are actively lying to kids in order to have them transgenderify themselves or what have you, behind the parents' back to tell them these things. And this is the insanity of it all, and we need to put a stop to this. The fact that this is happening, the fact that people are doing this, these people need to be arrested, because this is illegal in every shape and front, and this will be this is obviously a strong way of grooming and obviously coaxing to have the parents turn against their child, or the kids turn against their parents. It's completely asinine, and hopefully parents that are watching, what have you, will get to understand what's going on, and this could be formative for you. It's disgusting that that this type of stuff is going on, and the fact that they did all that, saying like people that are against this are Trumpsters or what have you, is asinine, because I know very damn well there's not a lot of people that agree with this insanity of the far left, and they would be very shockingly surprised to know that there's a lot more people against this than they are with it, because they're normal, rational people. So, be as it may, this is the evil that they're doing. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.